Hello gamers, this is OG Devil Dog bringing you a new episode. Alright, most of you see that I play other games and I do content in other games too. But during this episode series, we are going to concentrate on NASCAR Heat 5. And before any of you say anything, yes, the servers went down in August several months ago. We're heading into 2026. But this is still an old game that you can play solo. Alright, during this episode series, we are going to take a driver, start him in the truck series, let him work his way up to Xfinity, and then work his way into NASCAR, into retirement, and see how well he does before he retires. Alright, so with that said, before we go any further, please like and subscribe to my channel. I enjoy having my viewers like my content, view my content, and subscribe to my content. If you're on the PC, in the bottom right hand corner is a white subscribe. You see it? Hover over it with your mouse and quickly subscribe that way. Or you can just subscribe up under the video or go to my main page of my channel. Okay? There's a subscribe button there too. If you would like to make donations to my channel and help me monetize and start earning on my channel until I can get enough viewers, viewed hours, and enough subscribers, I gladly take donations to help grow my content and my channel. So with that said, look in the description for my Cash App link. You can donate that way, or you can go to my profile picture, and up under my profile on the main page is the link to my Cash App to donate that way also. So without further ado, let's start a new career. We are starting the truck series. We are going to skip the dirt. Not that I don't like the dirt. I don't really, but it's not sanctioned by NASCAR. See, not a sanctioned NASCAR series. Not a sanctioned NASCAR series. So we're going to start with a sanctioned series, the truck series, then go into Xfinity, and then the NASCAR Cup series, where we're going to finish out our career as a NASCAR Cup driver and retire eventually. But right now we are going to start in the truck series, okay? That is our custom starting point. We are going to name this driver. I've already got him set up because I've been fiddling around with a few things here and there. His name is OG Devil Dog. Yours truly. Alright, so here's the backstory on this driver. Okay, not saying he's me or anything, but the backstory on this driver. And before we go into that, if you try to find me on YouTube, type that name right there, just how it's spelled. OG space D3VI. I misspelled my own name. Look at that. Let me go back in there and fix it real quick. D3VILD4WG. Alright, so there it is, spelled correctly. OG space D3VILD4WG. OG Devil Dog. Alright, that's how you find me on YouTube if you're just now watching this channel. Alright, about this driver here. He has grown up watching NASCAR all of his life, and he wants to become a NASCAR Cup champion. He thinks he looks like Dale Earnhardt, thinks he's going to dress like him and be the intimidator, but nobody is the intimidator. God rest his soul, one of the greatest drivers ever. I grew up personally watching Bill Elliott and Rusty Wallace and Dale Earnhardt Sr. race and tear up the tracks, and Richard Petty even a few races. Alright, back to this driver. He is also a Broncos fan, a Denver Broncos fan, okay? I'm not saying that because my Broncos are doing really well this year. I'm saying that because I've been a fan since the 80s when I was a kid, and you're going to see what we're doing next, okay? He is trying to imitate Dale Earnhardt, the Intimidator, by his looks, the mustache, the glasses, and the black, okay? But that is not what he's driving. And you're about to find out he's got the orange and blue on his truck. And that's for his favorite team, the Denver Broncos. So go Bronx. All right, let's wait a couple seconds. Let this charge up. Hot new phenom heads to the NASCAR Truck Series. Guess who that is? That is OG Devil Dog. And you see how it's spelt right there on that newspaper. OG Devil Dog. OG space D3VILD4WG. And that's how you find me on YouTube. So feel free to like and subscribe and enjoy my channel and enjoy what I do for you. This is episode 1 in the series. So we're going to have several episodes. So don't fret. We're going to build them up one at a time. And I will be making other videos with other games in the meantime, between time. And so we're going to keep coming back to this series and retire this driver. All right, let's continue. Here's Warren Vegas, our agent. All right. So he wants to make sure that we're skipping the dirt tour. Yes, we are, definitely. I'm not a dirt track driver. I'm going to admit it. So we are going to just participate in the truck series for now until we unlock Xfinity and NASCAR. Like I said, this is a new driver that I have created, and I have done several years on my other driver that I retired, and I decided to do a video with the episodes and the content for you to see how this driver does, win or lose. Alright, so we're going to join the team. We don't have enough money to start our own team, so we're going to join the team. And we are, let's see, 3,000 for front row, 3850 for Wintron. Never really heard of him. Mike Harmon, I know I've heard of him. So let's go ahead and go with Mike Harmon. We're going to accept that. And driver replacement? No. We're going to drive our own car and make this a 2-driver team. Alright, look at that. There's the Bronco orange and blue. Alright. Can you believe it? Nope, you can't. Well, like I said, and look at that, number 7. Even though OG Devil Dog, this driver, he tries to emulate Dale Earnhardt, his favorite quarterback is John Elway, the comeback kid himself. And so OG in the game, in his backstory, he likes to think of himself as the Intimidator and the comeback kid, a mixture of both. But what is he really? He's just a driver with some aspirations. And with that said, let's continue on and start our season. And now we go to our incentive contract screen. I'm going to be a little greedy and go for the higher one. 2 top 20s in 3 races. And we're going to see how that works out for us. We are at the Daytona Speedway. And before we get into any further on this, if you haven't already, bring up your handy dandy browser on your cell phone and use it as a information, because we're going to adjust the settings to this car, this truck. Alright, let's go to the event. Alright, before we do anything else, let's go over here to custom race setup. Come on now. And look at that, we need to change those settings. And if you went to NASCAR, how to set up a car in NASCAR Heat 5, it's going to bring you to a page with all the tracks on it. You click on one of them, and it's going to have the Truck Series, Xfinity Series, and NASCAR setups for each track, okay? This one happens to be the truck on Daytona, and we're going to make some adjustments here to our truck before we even start to qualify or even race. We're going to change all of these to number 3. Now, you can look it up yourself, or you can follow along in my video what I do and just write it down for when you are racing yourself. These are all 3s. This one. So this one's 54.2, 50, 50, and 44. That's what it is on the screen. Let's look and see what it is. Let me get my spectacles on so I can see. 54.2, 50, 50, and 44. Crush. Save it real quick because I just goofed up, hit the wrong button. Now we're going to go over here to 1100 and 1000. This next one is going to be 300 and 380. And then this is going to be 40, 50, 40, 50. Change that tire pressure. Alright. 50. Now this one's 40. The bottom one's 50. So we're going to leave the right front and the right rear pressures alone. And only change the left front and left front. Oh, I'm sorry. We're going to leave the right front and right rear pressures alone and only change the left front and left rear. Put those at 40. Alright, now we're going over here to miscellaneous settings. Left camber at 2.5 and the right front camber at 2.7. We'll drop this down to, what's it say? 1500. Change these to 8. Both of them. 70. And change this one to 60. Change that to 12. Back up. And leave that at 0.125. Alright. Got 3.5, 2, 1, 4, and 3, 1. That's what those gear ratios are. We're going to leave them alone, and we are going to save them. Save them a couple times, make sure they stick. Now we're going to the next one to qualify. Alright, that one needs to be changed too. We're going to drop those down to 3. Check that, 54.2, 50, 54, 4. 54.2, 50, 54, 4, that's right. And we're going to go to this next one here, 1100. Change that to 1100. Change that to 1000. Change that to 300 and 380. And we're going to the tire pressures. Left front and left rear, changing those to 40. Leaving right front and right rear alone.
That means
Alright. Now we're going over to miscellaneous. Left front camber is a 2.5. We're going to leave that one alone and change the right front camber to 2.7. Change the front sway bar down to 1500. Change the track bars, both of them, to 8. Doing the brake bias at 70 and the grill tape at 60. Now wheel lock, we're changing that to 12 degrees and we're leaving the steering offset to 0.125. Now if we look at the gear settings, 3.5, 2, 1.4, 3.1, we are not touching the gear settings. So now let's get out of here and save this setup, double check it, make sure it took. Save it again, just in case, and now let's go practice. We're going to practice, qualify, and then race, and then that will be the end of episode 1 for today. Alright, let's check it out. Man, those trucks are flying.
Okay, get back in there, let's go.
Get a little low just in case they come flying around me. And get started. We have to beat 50.986. Alright. I got distracted for a second. That's something on my phone. I saw an ad pop up on my screen and I was trying to see what it was. Right, it was popping up. Alright. 50.986 is the time we have to beat to get a bonus. Can't see how fast I'm going just yet because the recording is letting me know what's being recorded, but it's over my tachometer, my speedometer at the bottom, telling me my speed and covering up part of my tachometer. Almost got it. I'm gonna try. Get it this time. And we may not. We're close to the other time. Like 0.3 of a second off. Alright, one more time. And we're just going to go to qualify. close that time, so I think we'll be okay. We're not going to get the bonus. We had to beat 50.986. We were just hundredths of a second off. I think we're going to be fine though. So let's go ahead and move out of here and skip on to the next session and qualify. So we need a 50.048. Wow. Okay. Well, let's start to qualify. Let's see how well we do. Our goal was a 50.727. We got to get a minimum of that. But I think we can do a little bit better. Maybe. If not, we're starting at the back of the pack. Alright, those settings that we just adjusted, they were for the qualify and for the racing. And I have to thank the setup man for posting those settings on the NASCAR Heat 5 car setup page. There is other contributors, but the one I'm using right now is the one from the setup man. Alright, so we got 2 laps we got to go through. And that warm-up lap, get going, get the speed built up. And we will see how we do. Maybe a little high there. Kind of scraped that ball. I did it again. You believe it? I do.
Alright, coming to the green. This horn counts. Alright, that's it.
We're at the back of the pack, so we're going to be fighting. Alright, that's okay. Now let's start the race. Alright, I hope I can get up there a little higher. Stuart Friesen, good job on that pole win. Jennifer Jo Cobb, she failed the technical inspection. Look at them beautiful orange and blue colors for the Denver Broncos.
To the green, driver. Ready, ready. Green south.
We're starting 29th. Now let's sit down and be patient.
Stay low.
So we're not patient. We might tack it on the jaw like Jake Paul.
Still there. Still there. Alright, you're clear.
You know, speaking of Broncos, their
Still there.
defense got shredded by the Jaguars. Man, they just got hard.
Careful, still there.
Bo Nix didn't look like himself.
Clear all around.
And it was just, wow, a total, complete
Hold
domination.
that line, driver.
Jaguars offense just shredding the Denver Bronco defense. I love my Broncos. I've been a fan of them since the 80s when I was a kid. And, you know, win or lose, they're still my team. Christmas.
All clear.
Beautiful Christmas present for OG Double Dog. Broncos are going to come out in their white uniforms and facing off against the Kansas City Chiefs on Christmas Day. Can you believe that? So when the Broncos win that one, they've already won against them once. So when they win against them again, that's going to be a wonderful Christmas present. Go ahead and while I'm talking. Be a wonderful Christmas present when the Broncos beat the Chiefs again for the second time this year. I'm excited for them. Can't wait to watch the game.
Hold your line.
Now, speaking of the defense getting shredded, they took it on the jaw like Jake Paul.
All right, clear outside.
Right? So I keep saying that. And speaking of Jake Paul, he called out one too many fighters and tried to get them to stage fights and make him look good when he had no business being in a boxing ring because he's really a no talent and he's nothing but a big mouth. So, I mean, I say that personally. Well, everybody knows he paid off Mike Tyson.
Great driver. Almost ready.
Mike would have laid him out.
Let's go.
Mike took a dive, making him good. That fight was pitiful. Now, hopefully, we will stop seeing these staged fights with these fighters portraying someone that has no talent.
Stay low.
Alright? AJ broke his Paul's jaw in two places. He's had two steel plates put in. And any fighter that's ever had steel plates put in their jaw or their face has never stepped foot back in the ring, boxing ring again. So with that being the case, I do not foresee Jake Paul stepping back in the ring and calling out any more fighters. He had the fear of God put in him, and there was straight up fear from what we see.
Both lanes have help. Clear high, bud. Farther on the
Is he
inside.
talking and wrecking?
Hard from the outside.
We saw the fear of God put in his eyes, and AJ made him come to Jesus. Had to come to Jesus, meaning
Got one down low now. Inside his mouth. Both lanes are moving.
Alright, I'm going to shut up talking just for a minute so I can concentrate,
Got
get
one
back up
inside.
in here. These fools are messing with me.
All right, clear outside.
I started way back in the back of the pack
All
and
clear.
had to battle my way up. So it's kind of like walking and chewing gum at the same time. I really came to it.
All clear. Still there. Still there.
Enough. Slowly but surely. I just need to finish in the top 20, but I am going to strive to get up higher than that.
Still there. Careful, still there. Five laps to go. Stay low, stay low.
I'm
Still
trying.
there.
Kind of quick and braking too at the same time.
Clear high, bud. Hold that line. bottom.
He tried to clip me, didn't go very far, did it?
Careful, still there.
Oh, we're in ninth. We're in the top 10.
All right, here comes the three. Almost ready. Here to go. Careful, still there. Careful, still there. Inside, clear low. Careful, still there. Car on the outside now. Stay on the bottom. Clear highway. Still there. Last lap, hit your mark. Careful, still there. You're all clear up top. Careful, still there. Stay low. Car on the outside now. Inside. All right, clear outside.
Alright, I finished third.
Great job.
Alright, I'll take third place. It's alright. Battled my way up. Let's look at the replay real quick. I started at the very back of the track. I think I might have caught him if we wouldn't have had that caution flag. I was busy yapping to hit that wall. No, we gotta watch the highlights. He tried to clip me. Alright, I finished third place in Daytona. Alright, look at that. OG Double Dog. Not far behind the leader. Made a little bit of money off that. But we got a little problem. I got half of what I earned. That's okay. Take half of it. for now. I had the fastest laps. And I started 29th and finished 3rd. Alright. Let's finish the event. And we are coming to the end of this episode. So be sure to like and subscribe. And thank you for following me. Thank you for subscribing to me. Thank you for viewing. I greatly appreciate it. The more views we have, the more likes we have, the more subscribes we have, the more OG Devil Dog grows his channel. And this channel is for you, the viewers. I greatly appreciate everything that you all do to help me grow my channel. Thank you so much. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Alright, let's see. Alright, we got a couple whiners here. What was your deal? The last race was awful? Yeah, okay. Alright, this is... Before we go into the ending, let me talk a little bit about NASCAR and the rules and regulations today compared to how I watched it growing up. There's too many crybabies on the track now. You pass them, you scrape their paint job, whatever, they're going to cry about it and go run to the commissioner and try to get you fined or suspended or whatever. Look, how I grew up watching NASCAR with the Intimidator and Rusty Wallace and Bill Elliott, rubbing is racing. Okay, you're going to bump somebody, you're going to trade paint with somebody. Who cares? Who cares, really? Who cares? It's a race. It's going to happen. Look at that. Suspend OG Devil Dog. You know what? Suspend my compliment. I sent you a compliment. So they can be they can be whinies and cries all they want. Okay. All right. Let's see. Seriously, you're making it hard to want to be friends with you. Oh wow. Rubbin's Racing, pal. Compliments sent. Congrats on your first truck race. Welcome to NASCAR. Brett Moffitt, thank you. I appreciate that. Compliments sent. Let's see what else. Oh, Johnny Salter. Yeah, well, compliments sent. You gotta baby the whiners. And there's plenty of them in the real NASCAR now, and this is why NASCAR is going downhill, losing viewers and everything else, and interest is waning off left and right because nobody wants to follow these crybabies. Stop crying and get out there and race. For those that are making the rules, just like the NFL, it's a contact sport. There's going to be hits and tackles. Let the players play their ball games. Let the drivers race their races. Get over it. Quit making these rules and quit destroying NASCAR. Just stop doing it. For real. Alright, we are done there. That was the first race of the season. And this is where we are going to end episode 1. I appreciate you all watching. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being a part of my channel. Thank you for subscribing. Keep pushing to be subscribing and viewing my channel. Thank you for everything y'all do. We will see you on the flip side. For those of you that are just now watching this, thank you for joining. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe. Watch my videos, like them, subscribe to them. And if you'd like to make donations, feel free to look in my description under like and subscribe and send me a donation to my Cash App. Or my Cash App link is also on my main page, on my profile page. You can send donations that way. Help me grow my channel so I can start monetizing and earning on my channel. Well, without further ado, this is OG Devil Dog. You have a blessed night. I love you guys. Thank you, everybody, for viewing. Thank you for subscribing. and I will see you in the next episode. And before you say anything, when am I going to make the next episode? Well, it depends. I probably got a couple other. In fact, I know I got a couple other episodes I got to make in different games before I come back to make episode 2 here. So it might be a day or two before I come back and do episode 2. So if you want to wait, just save the playlist and get ready to watch how this driver is successful or not successful in the Truck Series, Xfinity, and NASCAR. We're going to play him up until we can retire him. Y'all be blessed, and I'll see you soon. This is OG Devil Dog.